So we're going to talk about the anatomy of Evernote. Everyone is familiar with folders and the folder structure system. They're on your computers, you use them all the time. Along with folders, notebooks are the same thing in Evernote. So if I refer to a folder or I refer to a notebook, I'm talking about the same thing. You know, it's obviously a device to put files into. There are two other different interesting pieces as well. You have the Note, which is a container that you can put any content into. You have notes that can hold audio files, they hold pictures, they hold text, they hold documents. Just like they were showing on the video, you can put anything into a note. Notes then go into notebooks. Tags are a whole other organizational system that we're going to be talking about considerably today, because tags allow you to put multiple things in multiple places. There are no copies really in Evernote. So you can't take a note and put it in two different notebooks. So if you have a note that's related to the BAS Summit, and you have a note that's related to the NAA. So let's say you took a note today on my presentation. You'll notice that it could actually go into two notebooks. You could have one specifically for this event, and one in general for the NAA. However, you can only put it in one notebook, so you kind of got to make a decision. However, when it comes to tags, you can take that one note and you can tag it NAA, and you can tag it Benefit Auction Summit. By doing that, you're able to search and use it in an organizational structure. I know this seems basic. For you who are out there that understand tags and understand how they work, I apologize. But I want to make sure when we're talking tags later, you're all on the same page. Okay, so let's take a little tour. I'm going to jump down. I'm going to try to go real quick through Evernote and give you kind of a good overview of the dashboard and how it works. If you can't follow the mouse as I'm moving around, please stop me. Ask any questions as you want. I'll do it as quick as I can here. Let me back up 1 second here. And I'm going to switch back in here, and we're going to log in. So here's Evernote. This is the dashboard. Obviously across the top we have the backwards, forwards button, just like you do on a website or on your web browser. You have the sync button. Now, Evernote syncs to the cloud, and so that means that it basically, all your information is stored up on their servers over in California, and they're extremely secure. SSL encryption, they have it all available there, and your computer or any of your devices will continue to sync, usually about every 15 minutes or so is kind of how it's set up. If you want something right away, which is what we'll be doing today a lot, I'll continue to hit the sync button multiple times just to make sure I'm pulling things down and we're using the most current version. Next to it is the trunk. The trunk is like the app store for Evernote. They specifically built it along the lines of being able to purchase add-ons and equipment that work directly with Evernote and work well with Evernote. They go through a stringent process to get into that store, similar to the way Apple does it with their store. You have to make sure, I mean, you can even buy scanners that scan documents directly into this application. So next to it is currently monthly usage, which I'm going to click on. It shows you kind of a bar of how much of your account you've used during the month. It has your email account that's specific to Evernote. We're going to go into those type of things later. It even shows you a general idea of how much space you have left based on the different types of content you can put into Evernote. Across the top is obviously new notes, deletes, audio notes. You have a couple different ways you can view your folders and stuff like that. I think I've got these in archive. I'll scroll down here. I'll pull them back into the inbox. Then across the top over on the right, you have your an important box, your search box. Now, when you start on an Evernote, the search box isn't going to be important to you. I've been on it a year, and I really barely use it. However, I know in 3 or 4 years, once I have a lot of content down here, this is where the search box is going to be huge. It's an extremely powerful search engine that I could spend a day talking about. I've read a lot about it, but it's not important when we're starting, so just know that it's there and that you can find all kinds of stuff about it online.